Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation, and today, broom broom, mother truckers, because we're jumping into Aetherdrift with the usual first product that you play with, which is the pre-release. So we're just going to crack open one of these for archival purposes and see what we get here and just talk about it. And in case you're thinking, that playmat that playmat looks weird. Well, yes, for two reasons. One, yes, is Optimus Prime, is a Transformers, but I was looking into my playmats and I don't have one, so I didn't get one for Aetherdrift. Maybe I will get the one with Chandra doing like the Akira pose, because of course. But I don't think I have a playmat with Chandra or anything, and I was like, I'm not waiting for that playmat to be on a stock again. So let me see what I have that is a vehicle, and well. Funny enough, this. Now, the reason why it looks funny is because, well, the joke is that it is a double-sided playmat, so the other side is actually transformed. But the problem is, it's thicker. This is a mini review, by the way. It's thicker than a normal playmat, and it doesn't retain the shape as easily. So, it always favors that corner. So as we do the videos, you may see these getting more straight, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. But long story short, Akira time. So Aetherdrift is certainly a Magic the Gathering set. I don't know why Wizards keeps doing this. Why do you keep doing this to me? In the sense that, well, I like the idea of Aetherdrift. I don't think I like the set, but I like the idea. And certainly even Wizards doesn't like the set because they kill this thing. The moment this thing was out, like it only had the spotlight for like a week, which was the pre-release week, because before it hit major retailers, they already spoiled all other sets. Like they started with spoilers for Final Fantasy and then Tarkir and then Avatar and Age of Eternities. So they only just didn't spoil Spider-Man. Like everything else was spoiled. So poor Aetherdrift is sitting in the corner like, well, we had fun. So there is that. So what is Aetherdrift? Well, it's a multi-planar race, which I like that idea very much. And the race stripes thing looks weird for Magic, but this is like, I see this as a prep, as a middle step, because it is still magical. It's very Mad Maxian, right? So this is Mad Max at its best, and there is this whole illustration here of Chandra interacting with this character that I don't know the name, I think. So, the story in the box is cool. Now, the story of the set itself is I think Wizards is gaining a taste for this, of doing like the first set of the year is a remaster set, and then the second set of the year has to be a very weird set, which in their defense, the first set of last year was Murderers at Call of Manor, and then it was the Cowboys. So this will be the Cowboy set, because Tarkir looks okay, I guess. But whatever. So ice in your veins, fire in your engines. So cool phrase, right there, a good start, and there you have it. Chandra doing the Akira pose, right? The Kaneda pose. Emblematic as hell. It's so emblematic that it's kind of cliche at this point. And sadly, I think that, well, maybe if you want, you could cut this, I guess. But it's so bent because of, of what it is, that it's just like a nice detail, kind of. It's nothing too special. A couple of counters. So sickness, poison, +1/+1s on the other side, and not that much. And then the mini dividers, I don't know if anyone actually uses for anything. You have the actual Aetherdrift there, which is cool. That is like the reveal. You remove this and it's like, boom, the Aetherdrift, cool. Like I appreciate the narrative that they try to do with the unboxings, with the package, with the product opening. So that's cool. So here is the same thing. Then we have here a little bit zoomed out, but same matter, which is cool because a lot of people keep these. So I normally prefer when it's something more cool, but I guess this is a long art and they were proud of it, so it repeats. So that's kind of cool. Now, let's see. A normal D20 with the set icon, which is a race flag, which is weird to see that in a Magic the Gathering product that is not a secret lair. But the secret lair ones just have the wizards, wishing star thing. I don't know what's the actual name of the wizards logo. I always refer to it as the star, but maybe it's just me. I'm like 100% sure it has an actual name. I just can't remember it. So the usual, building a pre-release deck and how to and whatnot, and all the products for this set, which we're going to open them all. Maybe not the play boosters, just because the video will be too long unless you want a podcast, so let me know. But bundle, a finish line bundle, which is like, really, Wizards? At least it's only 2 commander decks this time, and collector boosters. But the finish line bundle just feels so weird, because normally you expect a special bundle near the holidays, so that you have like the gift bundle, but they no longer call them gift because they realize it's stupid, so they call it something special bundle. And normally it's near the holidays because it's a special set, like, I don't know, Final Fantasy or Lord of the Rings, and they are playing for that demographic. But we will talk about this when we get to it. But nonetheless, it feels like a weird set. It's like it has special things, but it doesn't at the same time. This divider is pretty cool. I know I'm sounding like a hypocrite because it's like I don't like the race car theme thing, but this is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And the racer license for Chandra. Okay, this is cool. So yeah, this is the type of details that is kind of cool. You can use this as a divider, and you can and it has like cool stuff here. I'm yet to see, because I think that you get different racer licenses, so that's kind of cool. Chandra and Alad, Cloudspire Racing Team, Captain Hair Fire, sure, is a human, and it has the Omen Pass. And then it says, organizers in the Girapur Grand Prix will not be held liable for bodily effects racers may experience, such as smoke inhalation, spirit possession, keel holing, mummification, tire tread exfoliation, abrupt vertical acceleration, and accidental relocation to the blind eternities. So I guess there is that. I find it interesting that, this is what I like the idea, right? It's like the crazy races from Hanna-Barbera or something like that. It's like a race across the multiverse. You have multiple people racing. It's like the Star Wars Episode 1, like the pod races. You know what I mean? That's a cool idea, and each racer can have like its profile and like a backstory and all that. They can introduce new characters. So that's what I like about this. Plus, they run across 3 planes using the Omen paths. So that's, now that you don't need to be a planeswalker, that's cool, right? So, and you get to have like 3 planes in one, which is kind of like March of the Machine. So that's kind of the things that I like about this. So I think this is a missed opportunity, because it is something stupid and just a cool detail, but I think that they could do this for like different racers, the same way that we have different colored dice, you know what I mean? Just like different racers in the divider, just for flavor, but whatever. I'm asking too much maybe, because no one cares about flavor anymore. The pre-release promo card in the recyclable paper booster that I think is only for Europe, because I think that in the US is a plastic transparent one that is not as recyclable. Because we care about the environment, guys. So there's a max speed token, which looks pretty cool. And there you go. Start your engines. So 1, 2, 3. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, if your speed is 1 or greater, increase your speed by 1. Max speed is 4. This ability triggers only once each turn. And the card that we get is Coldstoke Gearhulk. So for 1, 2 black, and 2 red is a 5/4 artifact creature construct. It has menace and death touch. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. That creature gains menace, death touch, and haste. At the beginning of your next step, exile that creature. So not bad at all. The trick card. Let's put this as multicolor already. And you know, the 6 boosters that you get in a pre-release. So that's why the pre-releases are actually kind of good value if you want to, you know, if the price is more or less what the play boosters are, what the play boosters are. Now with this set they brought back the PvP, the MSRP, you know, the recommended price. So watch out for that. Technically things are supposed to cost whatever Wizard says. I don't remember what's the PvP for this one. Literally I am not sure. But if they put the MSRP, it should be printed in the box. They just don't do it to not completely screw up their partners, I guess, but it's not here. It's somewhere in the website. I've seen some people, some like retailers and so on, you know, pushing up prices on some of the products here, but not too much. I think that the overall consensus for this set, sadly, is and I say sadly because I like the idea of this set. You know, when we open pre-release, nobody discusses the set more than anything else. Like, I like the idea of the race, the multi-plane race, and I think it's a very good use of the fact that we don't need to be a planeswalker anymore to actually access different planes. I think that's a prime idea, right? I think that the idea of it being like a survival race and kind of like a Mad Max thing, I think is also a very good idea. I like that too. So that's pretty cool. Plus, like, there is a bonus that I guess, like, well, at least this kind of moves forward the story of Magic the Gathering a little bit. Not anything crazy, but you know what I mean? It's like, at least it's something. I mean, again, just because I don't hate on Universes Beyond, because I mean, I was saying Universes Beyond playmat. I mean, what do you expect from me? But Dinosaur Dragon. Like, guys, here you have everything you ever needed in your life, and also a treasure token. Not bad. Put the Start Your Engines card here just because. So the problem is that I feel like, you know, it's a race. This is a problem with the fact of like how Wizards handles sets and stories now. It's like, well, only one set, no time to think, no time to process anything. So you don't have a kind of a journey here. If this was like a block, like before, maybe a 2-set block or a 3-set block. If it was 3 planes, it will be 1 set per block, and the story could be more fleshed out. Then you could argue that it's a race. I mean, it's not supposed to be that long, and I guess that's okay. I guess that the approach that Wizards is going for now is, do you like this? Do you like this theme? Buy this one. If you don't, skip it. Just wait for the next one, which is in like a month and a half. So, you know, because if you look at this year is all over the place. This card is kind of silly. This year is all over the place when it comes to theme. Like, set number 1, remaster of vampires and gothic stuff. It's like, okay, cool. So, and that feels like Wizards saying like, Bulwark Ox. It feels like Wizards to a degree. Ooh, Salvation Engine. Nice. Double value, people. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever this vehicle attacks, return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Crew 6. Not bad. This is the vehicle set, although it's not that much. Ooh, another rare. Cool. Caradora, Heart of Alacria. For 2, 1 green and 1 white, is a legendary creature, human knight. 4/2. When Caradora enters, you may search your library for a mount or vehicle card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature or vehicle you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Gotta love it. That many +1/+1 counters. Like, reading it doesn't melt your brain that much because of the use of words and numbers, but saying it out loud, certainly it's a thing. And a foil land? Whoa, this was a good pack. These lands, I don't dislike them. Like by the way, full art and foil, not bad. I don't dislike them. I think it's a cool idea. Like from the pilot perspective, and then the environment. I think it's a cool idea. This is a creative idea, right? Even if it's not just a land vehicle. Nice. Even if it's just not like what you expect from a land, which is like I don't know, like a forest, and it's just like the woods, right? So it's like an interesting approach on that. I like when they do that. So I for that, I'm not going to get triggered. I've seen some people online getting triggered, like, oh, it's a land and you see a steering wheel. Haha, what a stupid. Magic the Gathering is getting very stupid. And it's like, no, I mean, the set is about racing. That land makes perfect sense, makes premium sense. So I complaining about that is just complaining out of a hobby. You maybe can dislike the theme of races and all that, but I mean, once within the theme, that land design is great, right? Whoever had the idea, good idea, good imagination. That's what we need to make things more differentiable, right? And lands, I always give some love to lands, the normal lands and the special lands. Lands work in any deck, right? So maybe you just want to collect different lands from different sets, and just, that's a very different one. You can tell immediately which set it is from. Plus, it's not that like some other lands that is like, oh, it's a forest, and there is no indication that it's a forest. Like, yes, there is a steering wheel, but it's clearly a forest. So that's pretty cool. Oh, a full art, Skybox Furry. Okay, not bad. I like this art style, kind of messy. But that seems to be the aesthetic of this set. It's like neon, mostly blue neon, right? Like everywhere. I do have to say that this is the vehicle set, the race set. There's a lot of red cards because broom broom, but I am to a degree. I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting more vehicles than the ones we got, but. And I also like that the special lands always show moments of the race, so that's very cool. Again, within flavor. I just asked that they respect the flavors. By the way, Wizards points because I have opened 3 boosters, and all 3 of them had a token and not any ad card. I know this is completely random, but I don't know if they remove the ad cards. I always wish they remove them because it's like, I'm already buying your products. What do you want from me? So. Not bad. Again, going back to the set, see, I like the theme, I like the idea. Maybe the execution was not the best. But overall, I think that stuff is there. I like it that they push for new ideas, they push for new designs. And in Aetherdrift's defense, even though some people really, really dislike the idea of like a multiversal race and this thing being like Mad Max meets Wacky Racers, if you ask me, right? And I love Universes Beyond, mind you. I'm like salivating for Final Fantasy because I love Final Fantasy, and the same happens with some other sets. So it's not that I hate them, but I always say the same in all the videos. And I mean, go check the videos and prove me wrong, but I always say the same, which is, I see, always follow the race, which is, an art card. Okay, we were missing art cards. This is great. This is nice. This is the character Winter, yeah. This is Winter that was introduced in Duskmourn, so not bad. I will always defend that they go with ideas and cool stuff because the Magic lore is good. I like that lore. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Because you look at this year's roadmap and it's like Wacky Racers. Well, actually, Innistrad, if you don't count Innistrad for some reason. But it's like Innistrad Remaster, so, recooking food, Gothic Plane, cool. Then Wacky Racers, Mad Max, cool, I guess. Then Dragons, Spirit Dragons, which is weird. And then it's like Final Fantasy, Space Opera, Spider-Man, and Avatar. It's like half of the year has nothing to do with Magic, which again, I love Spider-Man, I love Avatar, and I love Final Fantasy. So like, I likely will be all over those 3. And I, since they are like sets, I love it. I hate when it's secret there. But people, right? I mean, come on. So, you know, for once they have an interesting idea, I wouldn't shit on it. And if you ask me, this idea, the multiversal race set is more on brand and more interesting than let's investigate a murder in Ravnica, which it should certainly be New Capenna, but we're in Ravnica for some reason, and the Cowboys. I know that a lot of people had a lot of fun with the Cowboys, but I never felt so out of place in a Magic set. I was like, why? And mind you, I defend a lot of this. Like, I like Duskmourn, even though the idea is kind of weird, and I still think to this day that Duskmourn should have been a house inside Innistrad or something, but I understand that what they wanted to do with 80s horror doesn't necessarily fit Innistrad, so I guess, you know, and the idea that the house is a plane, I find it kind of cool. I mean, if a city can be a plane, why not a house? But, I've tried it. But, you know, that was cool. Obviously, everyone loved Bloomburrow for multiple reasons. I do feel that people are kind of unfair when it comes to nice art, nice signature. Gabriel, you have a very nice signature, my friend. I'm very like on brand. This thing looks crazy. So that's booster, by the way. It's only 6, so it is what it is. But overall, I feel like this is more on brand than like, oh, in this plane, that is a junction between planes, everyone is a cowboy, ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? It's like, sure. And it's weird because it's a junction of planes, so you will assume that people will be dressed in all sorts of attires from different planes, so it will be like a melting pot. But it's like, no, people just dress as cowboys here. Why? Like, is there a reason why people are like, oh, use these hats or something? It's like, it's not like it's special equipment, and it's not like it is like Bloomburrow that when you enter the plane, the plane's magical force converts you into an animal. In this case, it will be in a cowboy. It's just because they wanted to do cowboys, I guess. And that's kind of the vibe that we have right now. It's like, this one is like, do you like Mad Max? Do you like crazy stuff? Here's your set. And with these sets, it's like, you know, it feels more like they have a ball, they grab ideas and they go like, okay, cool. Like detectives, there you have a set. Cowboys, there you have a set. I don't know. A Bloomburrow is like animals, I guess, if you want to be mean. And like 80s is another set. So it feels like they are really going for like flavor, so that you buy stuff because you like the flavor. And since they launch so much stuff, you can just pick whenever you want to buy something. And that's okay. But if you are really an interested player, someone that follows the game, it can be very tiresome, which is what I feel a lot of players are feeling. And this is a proof. I played the pre-release. It was cool. We actually had some joy here for a week. Not even a week, because not even a week after the pre-release, this set was already in Oblivion, because we were talking about other cards and other sets. And to a point that if you go to some stores, you will see like the play booster boxes and all that cheaper. Like slightly cheaper than the original price, because it's like, well, I guess no one wants this. So, you know, Wizards is killing their own product, and I guess they are doing it on, you know, on a high basis, and because whoever wants something just pre-orders it. So if you pre-order it, then you know what I mean? It's like, whatever, you pre-ordered it, meh, you know, like whatever. It's already like everything is already bought by the time it launches. So once it's out, it doesn't matter anymore. Just get another thing. But well, it is what it is. As a pre-release, this is a very normal pre-release. I feel like the box is okay, is cool, is interesting looking, you know, it's decent. There's a narrative in the art, so that's cool. The die is a normal pre-release die, so it's okay. The symbol is cool. In green, it certainly feels weird. In red is the best one, because, you know, it gets that fiery feeling that they're going for. And everything else is kind of just there, you know, it's a pre-release. The promo card can be whatever. We got actually a cool one, at least I think it's a cool one. The dividers are okay. This divider is one of the coolest that they ever put in a pre-release. Has like cool aesthetics and flavor. So I'll go for it. But at the end of the day, it's a pre-release. You're supposed to play it in the day, or buy a couple of them and just play in your house with your friends or something. So let's see what Aetherdrift has ahead for us, and as we open more products from Aetherdrift, along with all the other card games and all the other crazy stuff that is happening in the TCG world right now. But if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those cool things that the cool YouTubers say, and I will see you next time in PAX and Recreation.